Heading to the US soon? That's exciting. But before you go, let's talk about something you might not have thought about: your healthcare coverage. Having the right travel insurance during your trip is very important. When you begin to look at travel insurance options, a choice will stand out to you: what to choose for your policy maximum. But don't worry, we're here to help you make sure you pick the right one for you. Let's start with basics. What is a policy maximum? Think of it as a cap on how much coverage you'll get. Policy maximums can vary from $10,000 to as much as $8 million, depending on the plan you choose. For example, imagine you're hiking in a national park and twist your ankle. Let's say you had picked a plan with a $100,000 policy maximum. If your treatment added up to, let's say, $30,000 in medical bills, your insurance could cover the whole amount. But what if you ended up needing x-rays, a minor surgery, and crutches? Your bill actually ends up adding up to $140,000. Your insurance will only pay up to that $100,000 maximum, and you're responsible for the remaining $40,000. Before you start looking at plans, it's important to know that there are two types of policy maximums: per policy period maximum and per incident maximum. One is per policy period. This is the cap for the cost of all medical expenses over the entire selected duration of your trip. For example, if your policy maximum is $50,000 per policy period, that's the most you'd be covered for no matter how many times you need medical care. So say you visited the hospital once and the bill was $10,000. You're covered because you haven't exceeded the policy maximum. But then you had to visit again and your bill was $45,000. Combined with the $10,000 bill from last time, you have exceeded the $50,000 per policy maximum. So you would only be covered for a portion of the last bill and would be responsible for the remaining $5,000. Number two is per incident. Here, the maximum applies to each new illness or injury individually. So if you have a $100,000 per incident policy and you injure your leg, your insurance could cover up to $100,000 for that incident. If you later get sick, you'd have a fresh $100,000 maximum for that illness. Now let's talk about choosing a policy maximum that's right for you. Here are some important factors to keep in mind. Number one is destination. Medical costs are especially high in the United States. So if that's your destination, consider a higher policy maximum. $500,000 or even $1 million can give you better protection here than in countries with lower healthcare costs. Number two is trip length. The longer your trip, the more likely you'll need medical care at some point. A longer stay means a higher policy maximum might be a good idea to cover potential risks. Number three is activities. If your trip involves risky activities like hiking, skiing, road tripping, it's wise to go with a higher maximum, just in case. Accidents can happen and medical bills can add up quickly. And number four is age and health. Older travelers or those with health concerns may want to consider a higher maximum, especially if they're at greater risk for needing care during their trip. Finally, let's talk about how to choose the right coverage. If you're heading to the US, where healthcare costs are high, choosing a higher policy maximum can give you peace of mind. But if you're traveling to a country with lower medical costs, or if you're only traveling for a short time, a lower maximum may work for you. Choosing the right policy maximum is one of the best ways to protect yourself from unexpected medical expenses during your trip. For most travelers, it's about finding the right balance between peace of mind and budget. Need more help picking out a plan? Visit visitorscoverage.com for guidance. Thanks for watching and safe travels.